Well, hello everybody. Steve Apter here again on day 4 here at Interschutz 2026. And it's a complete pleasure of mine to introduce a good friend of mine, Ian Dunbar from IDEX.
Hi Steve, welcome.
So, for our viewers, Ian and I go back a long way. We served as firefighters together back in the UK Fire and Rescue Service. And it's a pleasure and a privilege to be here chatting to you. So, how's the show been so far for you, mate?
The show's been amazing. As you can tell, we have a small booth here for IDEX Fire and Safety. Obviously, we're a multi-brand organisation. So we're here representing all the brands from North America and the rest of the world as well. So the interaction has been utterly fantastic. Meeting new faces and old faces, obviously. We are both old faces now. But no, the interaction has been great. My German is not so good. But I've kind of managed to bimble through a little bit, and the interaction has been fantastic, not only with end users, but our distributors around the world as well, and we brought them over to Germany last week and we all got together, so it's been unequivocal success so far.
Brilliant. And that leads me nicely on to, so you're obviously here launching some of your new innovations. Just talk me through some of those key innovations.
Okay, I suppose top of the bill really, and what's drawn a lot of people to the booth is our latest line of hydraulic rescue equipment from Lucas. So it's E4, it's the next generation. And we're really proud of what we've done with battery technology. We obviously introduced the first line of battery hydraulic rescue tools in 2010, and since then, in the last 16 years, they've moved on. So E4 takes us a few stages further. There's more interaction with the user, so it gives the user more feedback. It makes the process of extrication safer in the first instance, quicker, but also from a training and skills adoption and retention point of view, the tools now give you more feedback to let you know if potentially something could go wrong, stops you from making any kind of mistakes. Wow. But also from a connectivity point of view, it will log that. So from an organisational perspective and management of assets, we've moved a long way. Something that is obviously is quite dear to us in the UK at the moment, unfortunately, and around the rest of Europe, and we're starting to hear from further afield, is the theft of tools. So now we have a geofencing capability. Okay. So not only can organisations protect their assets in terms of firefighters like us losing them, which we do now and again, but if nefarious people want to get hold of them and use them for cash crime, then they can actually be logged and tracked as well. And even if our expert engineers have even managed, if they take the battery off, we can still log where the tools are for 10 days.
Clever stuff.
Yeah, so we're really proud of E4. Other features, ergonomics and portability. So really it's focused on the end user, and all of the innovation across all of our product lines actually have come from listening to the customer.
So that's incredible as innovation is developing, but a lot of the innovation I'm seeing seems to be focused on simplifying what were complex tasks for responders. So what's driving some of that?
Well, again, it starts with listening to the customer, and if you look at the SamFlows and SamFlows Lite that we've developed in the last couple of years, and SamFlows Lite we just launched at the show actually, it's a fully automated pumping system. So the SamFlows system, if you like, the big system, will automatically take care of your inlet side of your pump, and it will manage the discharge side as well. So when you and I joined the job, if we were driving and pump operators, we would have to jump off and do a whole manner of tasks just to get water on. With the SamFlow system, you can literally put the PTO in, engage the pump, and everything can be pre-programmed from how you manage the water coming in, whether it's from a pressure-fed supply or open water, right through to each of your deliveries having an automatically delivering from a preset pressure. You don't have to move anything, pull anything, or turn anything. You literally hit a button. Your high-pressure hose reels are already set to 25 or 30 bar, however you operate, and it's literally a one push and go.
I mean, it is fun because it's such a dynamic scenario when you're landing, isn't it? To take some of that complexity and simplify it for the user.
Yeah, and as you know, I think we've both been drivers and pump operators, and things have changed since you and I joined. Pump operators now are breathing apparatus sensory control. They are command support. They have to do communications and send radio messages. Oh, and by the way, they also have to provide water and manage the safety of the crews who've been committed. So what we try to do with SamFlows and SamFlows Lite, which works on just the discharge side, is reduce the bandwidth of the pump operator. And obviously, in this industry, we know that the introduction of technology can be puzzling for some. And for those of us who've liked to pull levers for 30 years or 40 years, it takes a little bit of adjustment and obviously trust in a fantastic system that will give you what you want just at the push of a button.
Fantastic, thank you. So as we've both been incident commanders, so speed of decision making, critical decision making is really of paramount, life-saving. So what's IDEX doing, what are your products doing to help in some of that decision making?
Well, a bit like SamFlows, what we're trying to do is with every interaction with our products, we're trying to reduce people's bandwidth. take away as many of the thought processes as possible and try and make everything we design and deliver as intuitive as possible. And as I said before, it all comes back to listening to the customers and understanding their pain points. And what we do with that feedback is we bring it into the business and we marry that with our engineering excellence, and then we're able to go to market with products that really make a difference and make the job of a firefighter safer in the first instance, because that's important to all of us, quicker and easier. And we know the world out there in terms of risk profiles is changing. So we are, as a manufacturer, but also as frontline fire and rescue service personnel, we all have to adapt to the modern world around us. And that includes, how we develop and design products and take them to market with things like, connectivity and user feedback. It's really important. But also, from an analog perspective, we have something called MagnaSeal, which is it's part of our VETA hazmat portfolio, but it's an immediate leak stop solution. It's magnetic, it's single operation, and it's rapid. So there's no connectivity there, but what it does, it takes away so many stages of the process of dealing with hazmat incidents.
Seems to be a theme. This is listening to your users, listening to firefighters, and developing around that.
Well, one of the reasons I was hired by IDEX was to get VOC, voice of the customer, and for some reason I don't know why they trust me to go and talk to people, which is good, because I get to meet people again from all over the world and bring in the knowledge of the last 20 years, literally travelling the globe. So I have my thoughts and ideas, but actually, as good as I think my ideas are, often they're not, and the world moves on and the world changes. So I go to our product scene with ideas, but necessarily the VOC doesn't reflect that, because firefighting has moved on since our time. So listening to the customer, it sounds cute and it sounds cuddly, but actually we need to understand the pain points of what's going on out there. I now sit behind a desk in front of a computer screen. I don't go and do what these guys and girls do. So the world has changed, we need to listen.
So across the IDEX product range, there's such a diverse range, from extrication, leak stoppage, the pump operating. So what's the common theme that IDEX stands for?
The common theme is we aim to provide products and solutions that makes the life of everyone in this hall a lot easier, a lot safer, and a lot quicker, and a lot more intuitive as well. If you open the lockers on a fire truck now, it's massively different. What you're looking at is massively different than what we saw 30 or 35 years ago. So these individuals have got a lot on their shoulders. They've got a lot to think about, a lot to deal with. They've got a lot of the knowledge to absorb and retain. So a big passion for me is training. So I think our products have to be adopted easily, not just into organisations but by individuals. They have to trust them. They have to have the ability to retain the knowledge and retain the confidence and competence with our equipment. And that's why we look at the user interface, whether it's something as, on the face of it, as simple as MagnaSeal, or something a little bit more complex like SAM flows. All of the complexities are great, but it will only be adopted if it's intuitive, and that's key to our product design and going to market as well.
So Ian, such a diverse range, and you've explained it thoroughly as you do, but user engagement. Well, what's next? Where's this going? Where do you see?
Well, if I was to tell you now, Steve, over the next 12 or 18 months, all the products we're going to launch, I'd lose my job. So unfortunately, I can't do that. But rest assured, IDEX Fire and Safety and all our brands are working hard to come up with the next evolution, whether it's in water flow or whether it's in rescue. And what's been great for me taking on this role is that obviously I've been associated with technical rescue for the last 15 or 20 years. I'm now going to the depths of my mind and understanding again what the water flow side of the business is, and I'm really enthused by working with AWG and Alco and Godiva and Acron on that side of it, and really going 30 years back to understand how water flows through pipes and comes out the end. But on the water flow and rescue side, we are working on new innovations.
Fantastic. So it's important, remember what we did in the past to learn for the future, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ian, as ever, my friend, absolute pleasure.
It's been wonderful to see you again.
You too, my friend.
Cheers, Steve.
So from Interschutz, thank you very much.